What is up back here with a video where I share my thoughts, opinions. I don't know if rant is the right word, but I needed a place to talk about me losing interest in wrestling. If I get one view, great. If I get more, great. Kind of deal. And if you felt something similar and you kind of got out of this kind of funk that I'm in, would love to know how. And what kind of led you to that funk, how you kind of got out of it, all of that stuff. And when it comes to wrestling, I said this before, but for those who don't know, I started watching back in January of '04, a long time ago, over 20 years ago. Over 2/3 of my life have been involved with wrestling in some way, shape, or form. And it's just one of those things that, again, I'm just in this weird funk that, hindsight being kind of 2020, I haven't really cared since really the pandemic. And pandemic behind closed doors, that's different, especially when I personally am used to the live crowds kind of deal, and then you get back to the live crowds, whether it's granted I wasn't watching AEW in 2021, but whether it's AEW or WWE or independents, kind of getting that crowd back, I thought, okay, I'm out of this funk kind of deal, but I haven't really felt the same way towards wrestling as myself being a fan. There's been some cool stuff that I have seen through wrestling. Some of them I might be a little bit biased, like Edge returning and Drew McIntyre winning the Royal Rumble in 2020. So cool. Seeing Seth Rollins as Money in the Bank winner and cashing in, not gonna complain. Seeing CM Punk as world champion, again, weirdly cool. And then for AEW, again, I'm a newer-ish fan for them, but just like MJF's promo after Double or Nothing, I think that was 2022, maybe it was 2023, but either way, I'm like, yo, that's interesting. And then seeing Hangman Adam Page win the world title and actually being an active fan for a little bit after, but still the title reign, definitely not gonna complain. And then for the independents, seeing what C4, seeing what Smash, seeing what Barry, seeing what Mystery Wrestling have done in the last couple of years, outside looking in as somebody who wants to support good independent wrestling companies, definitely not going to complain about them kind of deal, the ones that I mentioned. But when it comes to myself as a fan, I haven't had that spark for a while. And whether it's because of the pandemic or the fact that for 2/3 of my life, I'm in my early 30s, I've been a fan in some way, shape, or form kind of deal, or just with life going on, it hasn't really felt the same for myself personally. And another cool thing, I don't know if they would want me mentioning their name, but a friend of mine did media for, I forget what pay-per-view it was, but a TNA pay-per-view a couple of months back during the summer. It was like a pay-per-view and TV taping where in Brampton, Ontario. Friend of mine did media for that, and it's I'm more excited about that kind of stuff, Pretty Ricky winning the championship for Barry and losing it the following month. Granted, I haven't gone to a show since, but that's because of life. But just seeing how that kind of falls out, I'm more interested in that kind of deal than when I say the current product, I mean in particular WWE. I'm not saying that AEW's picture perfect, but I'm still have those rose-colored tinted glasses on for AEW. For WWE, not so much. And it could be outside forces kind of deal doing that. But still, I don't know when the last time I watched a full episode of Raw, SmackDown, NXT live was, from 8 to 10 kind of deal on Netflix. I would watch it a couple of days later, fast forward through the stuff that I don't really care about kind of deal. But I am just, when it comes to the wrestling world, I don't know for sure if I've outgrown it. I just haven't found that spark, that thing that makes me want to tune in, kind of deal. Again, it's like a wave. Sometimes wrestling's for me is really really high, gotta watch it live, gotta do this, gotta do that. Sometimes, like nowadays, it's more towards the lower end and all of that stuff. And when I say the coolest thing, I will always be grateful for wrestling because it made me who I am today. I went from a really socially awkward kid to a less socially awkward adult, kind of deal. I have some genuine friends that I've met through wrestling, and if you would have told me that when I started watching, when I was in like halfway ish done elementary school, that I would have friends through wrestling, I would think that would be really weird, but also really cool because I didn't have friends back then. And whatnot. Different video, different day, maybe. Or if somebody cares, I'll comment it. But yeah, when it comes to like losing interest, I'm losing interest in, for sure, WWE. Again, it could be the creativeness. It could be, I don't know if bias is the right wording for it, but just kind of the stuff that they do in the public eye outside of what you see on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, kind of deal. And that could be why, again, I'm not saying AEW or TNA or this promotion or that promotion's picture perfect, because nobody's batting 1,000 when it comes to wrestling. But yeah, I'm just kind of losing interest in watching WWE, I guess, live. AEW, I only watch Dynamite, so I don't watch the pay-per-views, I don't watch Collision, I don't watch ROH, even though I do see the odd clips here and there. But yeah, that's it for this one, I guess. I've rambled on for like 7.5 minutes. I think that's long enough. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. But yeah, it could 100% be a me thing and all of that stuff. It could be just too much wrestling 5 days a week if you watched AEW, WWE, and TNA. Kind of deal. And yeah, just a lot that I don't really care to watch live, with the exception of 2 hours on Wednesdays, kind of deal. But yeah, that's it for this one. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Have you been in this kind of funk? Do you have that spark for wrestling, either one or something else? Would love to know down in the comments below. Treat yourself as well as possible, mentally, emotionally, and physically, because you deserve the absolute best without a shadow of a doubt.
I guess some bitches know my name. Got daddy for the best. My boys know my life. Don't trust nobody else. Gotta